Hello, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel, and my name is Glenn Tompkins. Folks, we did a great video that looked at low dollar, high potential stocks. Well, we're going to do that again because it was such a largely watched video. If you're interested in 3 more stocks that are low dollar, high potential, you sit right there. So everybody is on YouTube because they want to find stocks to invest in. But we go beyond that. It's more than just, hey, picking some stocks out of the air for you to just go look at and go run with them. I'm going to cover a couple of things in here today in regards to low dollar, high potential stocks. One, is the market timing showing that it's okay to buy these stocks? And number 2, what are the characteristics of these low dollar stocks that have high potential? So those are the 2 things that I'm going to put across for this video. For any of you who are subscribers to the software, I'm going to show you a search that I put together for you to find these stocks, number 1. And number 2, if you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest software and you want to take a chance on a 30-day trial for 99 cents, well, if you go to www.vectorvest.com/YT, you can get a 30-day trial to the VectorVest software for 99 cents. For those of you who are here just for ideas, well, I'm going to give you 3 freebies today, and hopefully you'll see the power behind the system and want to take a chance on that 99-cent trial. All right, today we're going to start off with market timing. I think that it's important that even though we're looking at low dollar stocks to get involved with, that we've got to make sure that we're buying in at the right time. I'm going to show you 2 different graphs. One, we do time to market here at VectorVest. That doesn't mean that we predict which way the market is going to go. We follow the trend of the market and we keep our subscribers on the right side of the trend. So I'm looking at an indicator, the market timing graph, which is known as the VVC. It tracks the movement of over just about 8,700 stocks. We feel that it is a better representation of the broad market movement. You can see that from the high, the most recent high, the last 4 days, 3 out of the last 4 days, we've been moving down. Today, this is today's candle. Got a little bit of wick at the bottom, hopefully some buying pressure, but a big candle to the downside nonetheless. I've got a good solid level of support sitting at $64.11 on the VVC. And something else that I want to look at is I'm looking at these levels of lows. We're hitting higher lows. That's still indicative of a good market to the upside. What's the market doing now? Probably taking a breather. Is it going to be an elongated breather? Don't know. And I don't have the ability to tell you that the market is going to keep going down for X amount of days or not. But what makes markets move higher? Earnings. FactSet still shows that we're still early in the earnings season. More stocks are making earnings than missing earnings. So that still is bullish on the market. But I'm going to take a look at what's going on. I'm going to tell you with these picks that I'm going to look at today, be careful. All right, just be careful. And if the market does fall, then you know something, put these stocks in your back pocket and hold them and wait for a better opportunity. But if the market presents itself an opportunity for you to still buy these stocks, I want you to make sure that you're buying on a rising day. Now, as I mentioned, some of you are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, so I'm going to look at the S&P 500 as well. All right, same kind of scenario. Market's moving higher in a little bit of a channel between a level of resistance of 430.84 and a level of support at 410.84. It's about a $20 channel that we're sitting in, but with today's candle, we are bouncing off support. Another thing, I'm looking at exponential moving averages. Notice that my 3 exponential moving average on today's data has gone below. I've got a little bit more of a bearish feel. But the same kind of scenario with the higher lows still showing the market still has upside. Let's see which way the spiders want to break out of this channel. So I want to set that as phase 1 in regards to this video. Now, the next phase is I want to look at the software to help me to find stocks for this application of low dollar stocks. I'm going to go to the Unisearch tool. And from the Unisearch tool, let's do this. From the Unisearch tool, I've got a couple of searches that we can look at. One, for the first video that we did, we used a variation of a search called Teeny Boppers, low dollar stocks. For those of you who are subscribers to the software, all I did was really make a change to the Teeny Boppers search, and I added a relative value above 1. I'm going to tell you why that's so important in a moment. Now, the next search that I'm going to use today, because the market is still moving higher but pulling back, why not look at sectors? Let's make sure that we're in stocks that are in rising sectors. So I have a search here called Cheap Stocks, Rising Business Sector, less than $10. So this is looking at the 5 highest sectors by 10-day price change or price delta. Stock's price has to be between $1 and $10. Average volume, 25,000 shares. I'm looking for stocks that are trading. They may not be 100,000, 250,000 shares traded, but at least an average volume of 25,000 shares. I don't want a recommendation of a sell. I don't want to look at any sell recommended stocks. That is the main portion of what I'm looking for. But the most important thing here is that I'm looking at stocks that are in the best sectors within the software. All right, so I'm leaving this up here for you guys who are subscribers to the software so that you can copy this down and start to use it if you want to. These stocks are sorted by our master indicator VST. All right, so we talked about market timing and we talked about how we're starting to find these stocks. So I ran this search today, and for those of you who are not subscribers, I'm not going to give you all the 5 or 10 stocks that are there. I'm going to cherry pick 3 for you to take a look at. If you want a full listing of how many ever stocks show up from this search, take the trial, 99 cents for 30 days. All right, so let's go to my viewers tab, and these are my stocks. These are my stocks that I cherry picked from that list. Now, there's a couple of things that I was looking for. One, and there's 4 aspects to these stocks that I want you to be aware of. One, each one of these stocks are undervalued. They are lower dollar stocks. They're not penny stocks, but they are lower dollar stocks. We assign an intrinsic value for every stock in our software every day. And this is what we feel the stocks are worth, noticing that the prices that they're trading at right now are all below the value. Our mantra is to have you in undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Another thing, so you can look at any stock anywhere and look at technical indicators to find stocks. We're going above and beyond that. We're going to put some VectorVest indicators in here that you can only find here. One of those is relative value, the stock's ability to outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. On that scaling, on our VectorVest scaling from 0 to 2, all of these stocks are above the value of 1, which makes them favorable. If I look at CTXR, it has a propensity to outperform a AAA corporate bond by 64% over the next 1 to 3 years. SID, 45% over the next 1 to 3 years. And GGB, 15% over the next 1 to 3 years. Remember, I talked to you about finding stocks in the best sectors. If I move over, these stocks come from 2 sectors that are on the rise. Drug biomedical, that's CTXR, and there's news behind that. And in the steel, SID and GGB. You can't go wrong in a market where you're finding stocks that are in the hottest sectors. All right, and that was a very important piece of that search. Next thing, all of these stocks are in uptrends. All of these stocks have relative timings above 1. Now, the cool thing about these lower dollar stocks is I have big upside potential, but I'm willing to give up a little bit of risk to get that big pop. So it's just not about just picking stocks out of the air. There's a reason behind these stocks and why they have a high probability of moving higher, especially if the market continues to move higher. But remember, if the market does not continue to move higher, these are stocks that you wait on before you pull the trigger. All of these stocks are buy recommendations. All of these stocks have good earnings or positive earnings, and they grow their earnings at a good clip every year. All right, so that's some of the characteristics, good upside potential. All of these stocks are in an uptrend, positive earnings growth rate. So it's not that I just picked these stocks, folks. I picked them for you, and I'm giving you the characteristics of stocks that have a high potential of rising in price. Let's graph these stocks. I'm going to put these, for the first time, I'm going to put these on a 6-month graph, half a year. I can see bottom left, top right. CTXR, pharmaceutical stocks. This is not unlike a lot of pharmaceutical stocks that have a lot of ups and downs. Let me tell you why I like it now. The stocks 3 and 8 just recently crossed, and when it did, look at that big up move. Not only that, it broke through a level of resistance sitting at $2.18 and rose. Currently, it's a down day, but look at the big wick at the bottom. There's a lot of buying pressure on the stock as of the day that I'm putting this video together. So I'm keeping that in mind. Stock moved from a hold, well, actually moved from a sell to a hold to a buy. All I'm waiting for is a good buying opportunity. My first profit taking point would probably be at the high of $2.90. Good opportunity to take half off the table or keep it going as long as the market's moving higher. My next stock is SID. Look at that, a lot smoother graph. Bottom left, top right over the last 6 months, sat in the channel for a little bit. The 3 and the 8 broke to the upside. Look at that run. I love looking at 3 and 8 crossovers, and I'm probably going to do a video of finding stocks when the 3 and the 8 just crossed, coming off a level of support. That's a lot of power. I might do my next low price or low dollar, high potential video on looking at that indicator along with support. If you want to see that, put that in the chat. Let me know if you're interested to see how VectorVest can perform in that space for you as well. I like that the stock came back to a level of support of about $8.66, bouncing up, nice up day. The 3 and the 8 are about to cross, coming off that level of support. If the market gives it an opportunity, this has a good opportunity to keep rising. Love the history. Bottom left, top right, stocks price movement. And the last graph is GGB, also in the steel space. Bottom left, top right, a little bit of volatility here. 3 and the 8 cross, look at that move. Broke through a level of resistance, broke through another level of resistance, which is now a level of support. Bounce back down, nice open day today. Would love to see the 3 and the 8 cross back up along with that as well. So as I look at these, all of these stocks have good upside potential with their relative values being above the value of one. Lower dollar stocks, good upside potential. So folks, couple of things to take away from this video. One, if the market does decide that it wants to go back up, that's the opportunity to buy. Right now, the market's doing a little bit of a pullback. I don't know which way it's going to stay, but I will tell you, if earnings keep on looking the way that it is, these companies that come out with earnings, the stock market should still have a propensity to move higher. These might be good stocks for you to take advantage of. Number two, the characteristics behind these stocks. It's not just that I'm giving you a stock. I'm showing you the stock and I'm giving you the characteristics behind the stock so that you can get a better feel that these stocks really have a great opportunity to rise higher. Folks, if you like what you saw here today, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, comment, tell me what you think about these stocks. Tell me if you're really interested in seeing an opportunity to show the VectorVest software with a 3-8 crossover bouncing off support. And let's take a look at some of those stocks and find them early in the stages of moving up. And let's see how that works out. Again, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, comment, all of that. All right, and we'll keep on bringing good videos out to you. Once again, my name is Glenn Tompkins. This video is over. Until the next time, see ya.